Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and this is Sean D, crypto broker at Caleb & Brown.
Hi, my name is Sean Donaghy, and I've been at Caleb & Brown now since 2022, having joined the space in 2017. I've enjoyed working with clients in over 30 jurisdictions, with the bulk of those clients being individuals, trusts, and company accounts. Having done blockchain courses at university, I'm very interested in business processes, including tokenization and real-world assets. Feel free to throw me a follow if you're interested in tips on crypto and blockchain. You can check out the link below to sign up to Caleb & Brown and check out all our content.
All right. You know they're one of my sponsors or partner, whatever you want to call it. Go to xrpwealth589.com. If you haven't opened an account like I did, it'll forward you right to my page here on Caleb & Brown. We've got ourselves the market pulling back. It wasn't excited enough yesterday from the Federal Reserve lowering rates only 25 basis points. I kind of thought that would happen. We've got Solana trying to tweak the XRP army again. And I said tweaks are great for reposts and a day's worth of views, but the real thing takes years of growth organically. XRP lock in. But I'm glad to join arms with the Solana community. They should come to XRP Las Vegas. Paul Barron, China buys 2,305 tons of gold. USA, we're going all in on USDC and RLUSD. This isn't policy difference. It's a philosophical war of the future of reserve assets. China's gold thesis is here. America's stablecoin thesis. Instantly transferable globally. Programmable money for DeFi. Folks, I told you this 5+ years ago. Crypto was not created for green candles and cartoon monkeys. It was created for geopolitical reasons. Save the US dollar. Replace the petrodollar system. Prevent World War III. Take us into a new Bretton Woods. Take us into a financial reset. However you want to say it. That's what this is all about. Today, the CBO, or yesterday, December 10th, yesterday, CBO approved 21Shares new XRP ETF. And then we've got this from 21Shares, another win for XRP, 21Shares XRP ETF. Their symbol is TOXR, now live, providing investors a liquid, transparent, and convenient way to gain exposure to XRP, a foundational asset, future global payments. Why XRP matters. Support by XRP Army, one of the strongest communities in crypto. XRP Ledger is a public blockchain built for business since 2012. Real-world institutional adoption via global payments, tokenization, and DeFi. Currently 4th largest crypto by market cap. You know all the reasons. And then this is interesting because 21Shares did this write-up right here. Growing institutional use. Many financial institutions, including Santander, Bank of America, and SBI Holdings, use or test XRP-powered infrastructure for cross-border settlements. Some governments are exploring XRP Ledger for official payment solutions. Remember that time that they said XRP would not be used by banks? Turns out it's going to be used by banks and governments. Lock in. And look where Dom Kwok from EZA is going. Says he's en route to meet with one of the most important banks on Wall Street. Wonder which bank that is. We know he worked at Goldman and I think Morgan Stanley. Now we've got this. Boy, Donald Trump's proven a lot of people wrong.
Minus $52.8 billion. That's a better, lower trade deficit than we expected. We were looking for a number closer to $62 billion, and that follows a revised minus $59 billion. Minus $52 billion would be the lightest going back to, wow, we're really going back. Well, my records go back to 1992, and to find a smaller number than minus $52 billion, we're all the way back to June of 2020. 236,000 is initial jobless claims. So the one.
How about them apples? And then we have this, Howard Lutnick's piling on Federal Reserve Chairman Powell.
This high in interest rate. Our economy, of course, is growing. You can have a growing economy and lower interest rates. That's okay. There is no inflation in the country. It's less than 3%. There's no fears. There's nothing happening that are horrible. Things are coming down. Energy prices are coming down. I think the key is rates should be lower. If you just study it comparatively, you would see the United States of America is paying too high. These people are too afraid. Jay Powell is too late, but maybe he should be called too afraid to lead the greatest $30 trillion economy in the world. We should be leading with our front foot. Instead, we're always leaning back as if something bad is happening. We are doing great. Nothing bad is happening. Greatness is happening. We're growing 4% GDP. Come on.
Oh, yeah. We are heading into some good times. This is Raoul Pal, and Raoul Pal is on stage at the Solana conference, and he is right.
We had this perfect 4-year cycle, and this is where everybody's scratching their heads right now, is what the hell's going on? Has the cycle finished? That's the big question everyone debates all day. And for me, you can see what's happened here. There used to be this perfect 4-year cycle, and suddenly it's changed. Well, what happened here is we've added an extra year. In 2022, at the beginning of 22, rates were still at 0, and they extended the debt maturity by a year to 5 years. So we've got an extra year in the equation. So all of the debts that need to get rolled in 2026 and not 2025. So that's why we've had less liquidity than we've expected at this point. The banana zone point in the cycle has had less liquidity. I only really found this out over the summer when I redid the maths on all of this and realized, okay, wow, they've actually changed the structure of liquidity here. So when we change it to the new 5.4 year where the debt maturity is, this is what we're going to get. So again, it gives you an idea that we're probably likely to peak out towards the end of 2026 in terms of liquidity as opposed to this year. So probabilistically speaking, which is how I think about the world, we've got further to go and we've got the big liquidity burst to come. We had this perfect 4 years.
It's always been about liquidity, folks. That's what he says right here. Liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. Here's Brad Garlinghouse telling you.
Yeah. So Ripple Prime will route institutional trades through OTC desks rather than just the open market. How do you kind of see that influencing XRP's price and the liquidity of it all?
I have always, and I don't, people think I just dodge questions about price. I sort of, yes.
Answer the question.
Yeah,
I dodge questions about price.
Yeah. It's like, look, the whole crypto industry, I do take a macro view, and I think, is crypto going to do better? And there's a great stat that came out. I saw somebody post a Halloween stat, the price of Bitcoin every Halloween for the last, 12 years or something. It was really a good, interesting one. And yes, it took a dip here and there, but the up and to the right was profound. And look, Bitcoin is the lead that the crypto industry follows. And so when I think about price, I think about the industry more so than I do one asset. Now, what I do think about, though, for Ripple's products and certainly other participants in the XRP ecosystem is the liquidity of XRP and liquidity of XRP against different assets. That's super important. It's super important for the products we deliver because tight spreads mean better pricing. And we, of course, care about that. Now, how do all these things correlate is what's the most liquid and how does that correlate with price? And, PhDs in economics will debate that more effectively than I will and still disagree.
You can be assured that Ripple has PhDs in economics doing valuation models to figure out what that XRP price would be with a certain amount of liquidity. Now, this is an interesting clip. This is Simon McLaughlin, the CEO of Uphold.
Why should TradFi own a piece of on-chain's future rather than just interact with it? I know you know what they bring to the table.
I don't think they should own a piece of on-chain. I don't think it's about ownership. I think it's more about understanding the benefits of on-chain technology and blockchain adoption. Our business is a platform that allows TradFi companies to move on chain very quickly. We can get you to market in 90 days as opposed to, 2 or 3 years if you try and build it yourself. And Robin O'Connell is in the audience here, who runs that business. We've been pushing that business for 8 years, and it has been really hard work. In the last 12 months, completely transformed. We were at Money 2020 this year. We ran a summit for banks, brokers, traditional financial institutions thinking about moving on chain. We ended up with 1,373 leads from that event. So I think banks are waking up very, very quickly to the fact that they are facing a generational challenge in terms of expectations from future customer groups, and the technology and the regulation are now at hand for the first time.
To watch more.
Very interesting stuff. The banks are coming, folks. We're going to go on DAIXRP.com. That's the Patreon. If you'd rather join through YouTube, click join below any of these videos, or you can join through X by hitting subscribe. In all three of those, we do the full video plus the extended video with 0 commercials. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.